Hey church, here's a quick recap of our sermon this past Sunday. I talked from James chapter 4 verses 1 through 12, and we talked about three subjects. We talked about the pain of sin, the power of grace, and the purpose of grace. In the first 4 verses, we saw the pain of sin. We saw that it made us an enemy of God, an enemy of others, and an enemy of ourselves. And we saw even more than that, it waged war against our souls, and that it was just waiting, that sin was malicious and evil and wicked, and we had a call to just put to death sin in our lives and not let it linger or be apathetic towards it, but to put it to death. And then we took a look at the power of grace, and we saw that the power of grace in the gospel, in the person of Jesus Christ, it came into a dark world. It was like light and darkness. It was like water to those who were completely parched. Grace came into this world, and it just really transformed everything, our relationship with God himself. We were once not able to draw near, but we were now able to draw near to God through the mediator, Jesus Christ. And in Titus 2, we saw that grace really taught us, it brought salvation for us, and it taught us to renounce ungodliness. It taught us to be godly. It taught us to just do good works and be zealous for those works. And then finally, we looked at the purpose of grace. And the purpose of grace was really for us to train us to do these good works. And there were 2 specific ways that can practically be done in our lives. One was through prayer. And we often struggle with prayer and struggle to do it, just because it requires a posture of humility that we struggle with. We saw that this posture of humility was needed in front of God, and that it was also needed in front of others, our peers, that reflected the 2 great commandments of loving God and loving our neighbors as ourselves. And we saw that prayer was just absolutely vital for the Christian life. And even maybe even more than that, the word was also vital, because the word testifies to Jesus, and knowing and studying and just being covered and having the word in our hearts was extremely important for us. So we took a look at these 3 subjects. I hope you guys have a powerful conversation. I hope you feel convicted to just put to death sin and just be made alive in the Spirit.